Wow, look on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. This lady here, very sad. She is a wife and mom of eight, and she's part of the 20,000 people who have been laid off from Spirit Airlines. Doesn't come as shocker to me because it's been struggling financially for so long, and they were asking, I think, over like $100 million for a bailout. And I heard about that maybe around 2 weeks ago for a bailout. The bailout clearly is not coming, and as a result, she is being affected by the layoff. Let's listen to her story.
Now at 11, a wife and mother of 8 children forced to find a new career after being unexpectedly fired. Her name is Camille Carter, and she's one of the thousands of now former Spirit Airlines employees left wondering what to do next after the airline ceased operations over the weekend. Land News First Sydney Stallworth is in Tequila speaking with Carter as she tries to guide her family through a very difficult time.
Wow.
Camille Carter, a mother of 8 here in Tequila, would typically be 30,000 feet up in the air, but tonight she's grounded. She says that on Saturday she got this email from Spirit's president and CEO saying that she and nearly 20,000 other employees are out of a job. It wasn't like, oh, we have a week, oh, you have a day. No, it was immediate. Former Spirit flight attendant Camille Carter is used to balancing it all, from the airplane aisles in the air to the halls in her own home. I have 8 children. It's dinner time at her home in Tequila, Georgia. Her children are eager to help and to play as Camille's mind is elsewhere. You've been through different things in your life, and you kind of feel like, things are leveling off or things are going well. It's like, here's something else. And so that's the hard part. That's the hard part for me. After working for Spirit for nearly 5 years, she gets an email at 2:15 a.m. Saturday, May 2nd. My phone is buzzing, and it's buzzing a lot, like not normal. So I pick it up, and the first thing I see is an email from Spirit Airlines. In an email to employees, Spirit's president and CEO writes the airline is winding down operations and eliminating the vast majority of positions. I think it's very selfish to close a company at 3 a.m. and not even really have a conversation, not have a town hall. All flights canceled. I'm also in the email that told us our benefits stopped immediately. How are we supposed to go to the doctor if you tell me it canceled immediately? If there's an emergency, what am I supposed to be doing? And without her final paycheck, uncertainty continues. And the first thing I thought about were my children. They expect for the lights and the gas and the water. And I have a daughter who runs track. She actually just runs state. I have 2 boys who play football. She has these words for the thousands of other Spirit Airlines employees who are wondering what to do now. Follow your heart. Follow your dreams. And sometimes we have to be made uncomfortable to get pushed into our destiny. Camille has started an online fundraiser to help her family through this time. We'll have that link posted on our website.
Wow. And see, that's the thing about it. They've been asking for a bailout for $100 million, and that didn't come through. It's been in trouble. I think when you hear about a company having trouble, it may be easier said than done. That might be a clue to maybe start looking around at that time. Because in these economic times, the past couple of years, all we're hearing about is layoff, layoff, layoff. So when you hear a company having financial trouble, to me personally, that would be a clue to start looking elsewhere. Keep on working there. Don't quit your job. I wouldn't do that. But I would then start putting my filters out. You may want to check out other airlines, see if they're hiring. That's the time to do it, to look for a job while you still have one. And that can be a little bit encumbersome. I mean, she's got 8 kids, but sometimes you have to plan, because when she said it's selfish, no, I disagree with that. I understand what she's saying, but it's not selfish, it's business. It is business. It's been looming and dooming, operating, on the thread. And it offered the cheap flights. You have certain clientele. So that right there, it's not selfish. It's just the fact of doing business. But the trouble of that airline, it didn't just start last week. They've been in trouble for years. If I had to guess on a minimal level, at least the past 2 years that I can heard about trouble, maybe 3. So things like this here is shocking when it happens. I wish her the best. So now, I know it takes two because she has a husband and now she's no longer working. That's more stress. Sometimes you have to cry and put your big girl pants on and then, okay, what do I do forward? Of course, look for another job. What can you do in the meantime? Is there a hobby you can turn into some money? Can you do TikTok? They've stopped paying a lot of people on that. YouTube, I know it takes time, but sometimes you're back against the wall. You got to come out clawing with different ideas, honestly and truly. So I wish her the best, but this here is very, I understand the stress because most people are working check to check. And then things like this happen. Even with one income, it takes two. Again, 8 children. Can you imagine a grocery bill? That grocery bill is probably easily 2,000 a month, 2,500 because $1,000 is not going to cut it for a family of 10. 8 kids, and then you've got two adults, a mom and a dad. You got a family of 10. All that comes into play. And think it's not just her. It said, first I heard 17,000, now they're saying 20,000 people got the same email. 20,000 people laid off. And I doubt, to be realistic, that there are going to be 20,000 openings at other airlines to go ahead and hire all those people. And with the constant layoffs, I've been saying job elimination, meaning more job creation. This is how, and I'm not forecasting for her, but this is how, in general, these massive layoffs and people cannot find. At this point, you need a better paying job. But if you can't find what's paying you what you currently have with inflation, then something less is just not going to work. And then you wonder why we have so many high foreclosures, car repossessions. There even other airlines are charging now more for baggage. But this here, just when you think you're at a comfort level, that's what life does. These things happen. But Spirit Airlines, again, it doesn't surprise me. They have been underwater and been struggling financially for the last couple of years that I'm aware of. So this is just no surprise. I am just surprised at the number. So 20,000 people got that information, got that email in the wee hours. Their lives changed that fast this past Saturday. So wishing the best to her and her family and also others is it's overwhelming. It really is. Let me know what you all think about this. Again, if a company is already struggling, um, you need to know as much as you possibly can about a place that you depend on for your paycheck. So if they're struggling like that, yeah, it's time to start looking around. Don't wait. Do not wait because you never know. You might find something else better. Oh well, I don't want to leave. The paycheck might. So I don't think it's about being selfish. It's business. These are companies. They care about you to the extent that they need you to make some money. So right now, the money is not there. They can't make any money to obviously take care of the people to keep them on. It's over. It's a done deal. And my only thing is, I hope it doesn't turn into one of those things where you're having to wait and call on the last paycheck. Let's hope not. What about the pensions, 401ks? I'm telling you, I would tell anybody if you are with a company and they are having some major problems, start looking then while you're there. If that company, you're hearing things about a lot of layoffs and bankruptcies, even if you don't need it. Me personally, I would pull some money from my 401k if that is an option. Oh, you got to pay that back. Well, you know what? I'd rather pull something for a safety net than to be sitting up there and, oh, I can't get it. I've even heard of pensions falling apart. You got to be kidding me. Oh, not going to pay it. What do you mean? Just like that. No warning. No 30-day warning, no 6 months warning. I've heard of that happening. So welcome to the world of unknown. And what she's going through, there are a lot of other people, 20,000 other individuals got the same notification in this economic climate. And it's been forecasted, said before, on financial avenues that what? 2026, the year of the hiring freeze. And now we got this war, the gasoline price is unbelievable. It's just basically hard to survive in this country. So my heart goes out to her and the 20,000 adversely affected by this. But again, it's no surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, do not take these companies to heart. The company you should be more concerned about is you, because at the end of the day, if you really don't own it, you really don't matter. They can let you go at any time. Anytime. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Man, that's tough.